Hey everyone, this is Beba from LILY&BEBA Plays, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to apply the Zoomhitskins glossy finish onto your Nintendo Switch. I chose a skin that had a beautiful lilac, blue, and gold marble-esque effect, and it had a glossy finish which just looks so beautiful. They sell on Etsy and they also sell on Amazon. And I was super happy with it. But we are going to be doing this in 3 stages today. The first one is the dock, which is by far the simplest one. Afterwards, we're going to be doing the screen, which is definitely more difficult than the dock. And then last but not least, we'll be doing the Joy-Cons. You can see here I was using a card to flatten out the sticker as I was applying. I was wiping down my dock every time with a lint fabric remover so that there were no dust particles left over, but also just to eliminate any risk of bubbles. The more that you try to eliminate those risks, the better, because it is really challenging to get rid of those bubbles when they arise, and you're going to see me struggle with that a little bit in this video today. I'm trying my best here to apply it as straight to the edges as possible, so I'm not playing with it too much, but you can see sometimes there's still some little bit of black left over, so to eliminate that I used a bit of heat, low heat from a hairdryer, just to curve over those edges and make it a little bit softer. Again, don't overheat it. You want to make sure that you keep this sticker with its original shape and form. If you overheat it or over pull it or over tug on the sticker too much, you lose the shape, and you want to avoid that at all costs, because once the sticker is too stretched, there is no going back. You can't shrink the sticker after you've stretched it. So use a little bit of heat. Don't pull too hard. Pull only when necessary. Be gentle with it. Be patient with yourself. It's not going to be 100%. It's going to be looking good though. So the next part is going to be the screen, wiping it down with my fabric here just to make sure I get my fingerprints out. And I did that every single time I applied a new sticker, because you're inevitably touching the console more and more as you do this, and you're getting fingerprints on it. So that leaves an oil residue. So the more you wipe it down, the better it will be long term for the sticker life. This one has more curves than the dock, so I'm being super careful here, starting from the top of the screen where the game cartridge slot is and the volume buttons, and then lining everything up to the edges as much as possible. You can see here that I'm trying to get that pattern of the marble effect to match the back stand sticker so that it doesn't look like disconnected in any way, but of course you're going to see a little bit of black. It's inevitable. I just had to accept that fate. I tried to fix it later and I got it to look a little bit nicer, but again, it's not going to be 100%. You're going to deal with your own human error. So we're aiming for like 90 to 95% perfection here. And speaking as a perfectionist, that can drive you crazy, that you'll see it, some black or see some air bubbles, but you know what? There's too much going on in this world and in our own lives to be stressing about air bubbles and straight lines. So try your best. Be slow, be gentle, don't overstretch it, don't stress out. It's not worth it. So you can see here that I am struggling a bit at the bottom because I'm trying to get the edges to line up, but I'm also trying to make sure that the sticker doesn't look over pulled there and that the lines are straight. Overall, it looks decent, but I did run into some difficulty with some air bubbles that you're going to see in a second here. There it is, those dreaded air bubbles. I absolutely could not stand them, but sometimes you gotta go back and fix the problems that you started in your life. So just like real life, I went back and I removed a bit of the sticker, and thankfully, because Zoomhitskins has a good texture with their stickers, it was easy to do. I added a tiny bit of heat with the hairdryer on low heat, and I say this very carefully because this is the brain of the console. You're touching, all the mechanical parts, and you don't want to apply too much heat and fry it. So just be careful when you're using that hairdryer. Don't use it too much, only when you need to, just to stretch out the sticker a little bit in certain areas that you need to. But let's be gentle with ourselves. Let's be gentle with the screen and your stickers, and everything is going to be okay at the end. So the front part of the screen, I have less challenge with air bubbles per se, but more challenge with straight edges. So you can see here I'm kind of rotating the screen slowly as I go about it, just to make sure that there are as much parallel lines as possible. And it is a bit challenging. I found this to be quite a challenge for myself because I knew that when I turned on the screen, the light was going to come up and I would be able to see every curve of the sticker if I didn't apply it straight. Again, here comes the background perfectionist in my mind, and I just had to get to a point where I was like, you know what? I got to do my best, and if it's not 100% ruler straight, it's enough. It's enough. Let's take it easy, guys. I know you're watching this because you're trying to figure out like how the best way to apply things is, and I'm trying to share with my tips and tricks by using cards and by using a little bit of heat. You can see here I'm using a little bit of heat again, very low heat again, and very minimal time because again, this is an electronic device that you don't want to be blasting with high heat hairdryer. But yeah, we finished the screen, and now comes the most difficult part.
Oy, 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 oy.
This is scaring me. Nice.
Why is this so extremely stressful? This is very stressful. It's not something you do to relax. That's for making sure. That's for making sure. There's no perfect way to do this.
What you saw there was some live footage of me applying, or barely applying, the first part of the Joy-Con sticker. I tried to do this when the Joy-Con was connected to the Switch because I could try to eliminate as much, color from the green Joy-Con as possible that way and just have as straight of an edge as possible. Not mandatory, but it's just how I did it. I spent a lot of time trying to align those straight edges and also try to minimize the amount of air bubbles. I will say the Joy-Cons, no matter how slow and steady and gentle you go, you will inevitably see some ripples. You're going to see some folds, and that's just what happens when you're dealing with curves and edges, and as many as the Joy-Con has, there's a lot of curves here. So be cognizant of that. It's not going to be 100%. I'm repeating this because it's just, I tried, guys. Just learn from my trial and error. I think I got to like 90-95% perfection here, and I've had it now for 6 months and I don't even notice those ripples anymore. You just got to accept what is thrown at you in life and what you can and can't control, and just move on. And that's exactly what I did here. I'm applying some heat. I disconnected it from the screen at this point so that I could apply more heat when necessary and wasn't risking frying the screen. You can see here that I'm just trying to get rid of as many of those ripples as possible, stretching the stickers out a little bit at those edges. It worked for me, but at the end, I still had ripples, and I think that's just inevitable. I don't think you can completely eliminate them. You have some tiny stickers here that will cover those tiny, tiny, tiny slivers in between the ZL, or in this case ZR and R buttons. And I think it looks really good at the end. I don't see any like green, or in the other case pink, at the bottom, and it looks really, really nice. It definitely was the most challenging part, but I was super happy with it. And I didn't even bother showing you the process of the left one, because why? That's pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the walkthrough of how this works. I just wanted to take some time to quickly review the Zoomhitskin that I've been applying here. I've had it for 6 months now, and honestly, I have nothing bad to say about it. It hasn't peeled, it hasn't ripped, it hasn't gotten more air bubbles. In fact, it looks just as good, if not even better, than when I first applied it, and I've gotten so many compliments on it. I'm super happy. I added some adorable bear and pup thumbsticks to it, and I think it just adds to the overall look. Maybe in another video I can show that, but overall I have so many good things to say. Definitely support Zoomhitskin on Etsy or on Amazon. This is not an ad, it's just a simple review and walkthrough. And yeah, stay tuned for more videos, guys. This is just the first of many, and I'm signing off here as Biba for our channel Lily and Biba Play.